What if I told you that the world's richest man doesn't act like one? No flashy Twitter fights, no awkward interviews, no private island stunts, just precision, silence, and luxury. While tech billionaires are busy battling for the spotlight, Bernard Arnault, the French businessman behind LVMH, has quietly become one of the most powerful figures in the world. But what truly sets him apart isn't just the fortune, estimated at over $200 billion. It's how he built it, how he keeps it, and how he's changing the rules of global business in his own understated way. Bernard Arnault doesn't come from Silicon Valley. He comes from Roubaix, a town in northern France, born in 1949 to a family that owned a construction business. From the very beginning, Arnault wasn't chasing attention, he was studying patterns. He graduated from one of France's most prestigious engineering schools, École Polytechnique, and soon after joined his father's company. But even then, Arnault wasn't interested in staying small. He convinced his father to shift the company's focus from construction to real estate, a move that quietly laid the foundation for a business empire. But it wasn't until the 1980s that Arnault made the move that would change his life and the luxury world forever. In 1984, he took control of Boussac, a bankrupt French textile company that just happened to own Christian Dior. Most people at the time would have seen Dior as just a struggling fashion house. Arnault saw something very different, a brand with heritage, identity, and enormous global potential. And just like that, the luxury playbook changed. Over the next 4 decades, Arnault didn't just build a company, he built an ecosystem. LVMH, short for Moët, Hennessy, Louis Vuitton, became the umbrella under which dozens of the world's most valuable luxury brands could live, thrive, and grow without losing their identity. From Fendi to Givenchy, from Bulgari to Dom Perignon, Arnault acquired or partnered with brand after brand, always with the same strategy: let them remain creatively independent while supporting them with unmatched global distribution, finance, and prestige. He wasn't just buying companies, he was curating a luxury universe. What's remarkable is how consistently Arnault has stayed behind the scenes. You won't find him giving long-winded speeches or arguing with critics online. He's not trying to become a celebrity CEO. He prefers classical music over viral memes and reportedly interviews creative directors personally, sometimes testing their knowledge of art or architecture. He still spends time walking the shop floors of Louis Vuitton boutiques, examining how products are displayed. In a world driven by noise, Arnault's power comes from stillness. But he's not old-fashioned. Arnault is intensely focused on the future, and he's bringing LVMH with him. One of his biggest priorities now is sustainability. At first glance, luxury fashion and environmental consciousness might seem like opposites, but Arnault sees it differently. LVMH has invested hundreds of millions of euros into green energy, sustainable materials, and circular fashion. The company launched its Life 360 initiative, committing to reduce carbon emissions, ensure sustainable sourcing, and recycle products wherever possible. For Arnault, luxury must evolve. Quality, not quantity. Timelessness over trends. That's not just philosophy, it's business. Millennials and Gen Z now make up more than half of global luxury consumers, and they care. They want brands that are not just beautiful, but responsible. Under Arnault's leadership, LVMH has embraced this new reality, partnering with startups focused on textile innovation and using blockchain to track product origins. Dior has held eco-conscious runway shows. Louis Vuitton is experimenting with plant-based leathers. Even Moët in Shandong has shifted toward more sustainable vineyard practices. It's all part of a bigger vision. Build an empire that lasts, not just through fashion cycles, but across generations. Arnault is already grooming the next leaders. His 5 children all hold key roles within LVMH or its subsidiaries. His daughter Delphine now leads Christian Dior Couture, while his son Antoine oversees communications and corporate image. Rather than picking favorites, Arnault is said to apply intense pressure on all of them. Every move is scrutinized, every promotion is earned. He's building not just a company dynasty, but a family one. What's fascinating is how Arnault has reshaped capitalism itself, especially in Europe. While American billionaires often represent tech disruption and fast innovation, Arnault represents elegance, patience, and permanence. He doesn't want LVMH to be trendy. He wants it to be immortal. The brands under LVMH don't scream for attention. They whisper excellence. And that's exactly how Arnault likes it. Tech Tom's in my range beyond and try to help you elect it. His philosophy also shows in how he does business. Arnault avoids debt-heavy deals. He never rushes. When he tried to acquire Tiffany & Company, the iconic American jeweler, it took years of negotiation and even a global pandemic. But in the end, he got the deal done, buying Tiffany in 2021 for $15.8 billion. It was the biggest luxury brand acquisition in history. He didn't celebrate publicly, he just got back to work. Every MH steals. Even in times of crisis, Arnault plays the long game. During COVID-19, while other companies were slashing budgets, LVMH turned its perfume factories into hand sanitizer production centers for French hospitals. Arnault personally donated over 200 million euros to rebuild Notre Dame after it caught fire. These moves weren't just charitable, they were strategic. They reinforced LVMH's role as part of France's national identity. To many in the country, Arnault isn't just a businessman. He's a cultural guardian. And yet he doesn't take his empire for granted. Arnault is known for pushing his teams hard. He obsesses over detail, from the thread in a Louis Vuitton bag to the font on a wine label. He believes that even the smallest misstep can cheapen a brand. That discipline has paid off. In 2023, LVMH became the first European company to reach a $500 billion valuation. In 2024, it was closing in on $1 trillion. But even with all this success, Arnault knows the future is fragile. He's navigating an unpredictable global economy, increasing competition from tech-driven fashion, and a generation of customers with shifting values. He's betting that craftsmanship, legacy, and quiet excellence will still matter in a world addicted to speed and novelty. In many ways, Bernard Arnault is an enigma. He's the richest man alive, yet most people wouldn't recognize him on the street. He rarely gives interviews, yet every move he makes shakes the industry. He built an empire of status symbols, yet he personally avoids the spotlight. He's a billionaire in an age of noise who thrives in silence. And maybe that's the secret. While others race to be seen, Arnault is building something meant to last long after the headlines fade. He's proving that legacy matters more than hype, and that luxury isn't just about wealth. It's about timelessness, values, and vision. In his world, fashion isn't fast, it's forever. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the life and legacy of Bernard Arnault, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join us for more stories about the minds quietly shaping our world. Let's keep exploring, one story at a time.